All right, welcome back. We're talking about now Baker Mayfield. And one of the reasons I think the Steelers also went, by the way, for Mason Rudolph, because everyone in that division is looking ahead here. Mayfield could be their quarterback for a long time. Lamar Jackson could be Baltimore's for a long time. Who's going to be the one in Cincinnati? Is it Dalton, or maybe they would have taken Mason Rudolph? So maybe that went into it as well. But I want to ask you about this. Ron, Baker Mayfield. A lot of people love the move. A lot of people hate the move. Cleveland's had a bad history with quarterbacks. How do you take it?
Well, you mentioned their bad history. It's hard to get excited about them. I don't know if the Jets would have taken him number 3. I don't know why they couldn't have gotten Barkley number 1 and their quarterback number 4, unless they thought they absolutely love Mayfield. Maybe he would have gone 3rd to the Jets, but their draft made no sense to me.
Scott McLaughlin, who got hired by the Browns as a consultant not long before the draft, is known to be a big Mayfield guy from moment one, so this wasn't a complete shock. From all I heard, the Jets were going to take him, so if they truly felt he was the guy, and they clearly did, then I support a team that says they've got to go and get that guy number 1. And I think if Mayfield is not even 6'4" or whatever, if he's like 6'3", 2.5 inches taller, he's a slam dunk pick for number 1 in this draft. It's the height that's going to hold him back in people's eyes. And I'll be bold and say it. I think the Browns got the right guy. I think he's going to be really good there. I do.
If he's 3 inches taller, if I was good looking, I'd be a movie star.
We've seen Drew Brees, we've seen Russell Wilson, we've seen shorter guys succeed, and he's got the best footwork in the draft.
For me, he's not Johnny Manziel. He's not, but he is a guy that is volatile. He's a guy that's got an edge to him. And I think the offensive coordinator they just hired also has an edge to him. So I wonder how that's going to work out. For me, after what happened with Manziel, I would have taken a safer pick. Maybe that's Rosen or Darnold. That's just me. If you want to be competent, I think there's more upside to Baker, but I also think there's more potential to absolutely flame out.
You could have had one of those guys
what the Browns do.
You could have had Barkley first and then got the quarterback.
Or they could have gotten Chubb to go with Myles Garrett, and they didn't do that either. So I don't know what's going on up there.
Yeah. Interesting stuff there. By the way, Plexico Burris weighs in on this on Twitter. He said Cleveland will have the number 1 pick again next year. So he doesn't like the move at all. Not that he matters in this conversation, but it's worth pointing out. When we come back, we're going to talk about the Pirates. Big win again today. They're still in first place, and Jung Ho Kang. All that next.